Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We are Saturday, March 18th. I didn't record at the beginning of the day because I didn't think it would be that exciting, and I still don't know if it's gonna be, but I wanted to say, I decided to record because of that customer I just delivered to. She's so nice. She's one of the nicest person I've ever met. I've never delivered to her before, so I'm happy I got her order. So let me rewind. So I began around 12:30 again today. I think that's my new go-to in terms of beginning time because it's useless to come earlier. All right, so that's the first order that I did today. It was a $20 order and 14 cents on Uber Eats. Honestly, those last 2 days, thank God for Uber Eats because I have priority on Doordash, but it feels like I don't. I'm literally receiving no pings. So it was for 0.8 miles and it was for 2 packs of water, 2 packs of Perrier, 1 pack of cans of Perrier. It was a pretty easy order. It's just it was kind of heavy, but it was a house, so I don't really care. And it was a leave at my door. So, you know, if I don't care if it's a house and I don't really have to like climb stairs, I don't mind. And I came back and I got a $13.52 on Uber Eats again, going 3.1 mile. This one was for literally 2 items, laundry detergent and laundry fabric softener, which was in stock, and I actually already delivered to her too. She's the 20 bottle Aquapana lady. That's the one with the weird dog at the front door. Like, it looks like a real dog. So she tipped pretty well. She tipped like $6, which is, you know, good considering again that she only had 2 items. Then I got a high pay order on Doordash, $14.25 for 1.1 mile. It was also a house, and it was all supplies to make a cake. So she had like it's a lot of items. It's like 15 items, but basically she had doubles, triples, quadruples. She had like 4 pre-made, you know, cake mix. She had like marshmallows, this kind of stuff. So easy. Everything was in stock. She had also a pan, like a cake pan, and I was afraid that it wasn't gonna be in stock, but it was. And she tipped $4. Base pay is $10.25, which is still pretty good. It took me 4 minutes to shop for this, like 20 minutes from start to finish. Can't really complain. Then I came back and I accepted a $14 order on Uber Eats, 1.7 miles. It was also for a house, and I think everything was in stock. She also wanted marshmallows. She wanted something else. It was a leave at my door, which I did. And then I came back and nothing happened for a while on either of the apps. And suddenly I got this $38 order for 2.7 miles, which was so amazing. So obviously I took it. It was a pretty easy order. Everything was in stock except the celery sticks, the Canada Dry. She wanted Easter sugar cookies, but they're not out yet. Like, they don't have them out yet. So she asked for a refund for those 3 items. And so then she said it's okay to leave at the door, but she had a PIN number. So I rang the doorbell. I was like, well, yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna explain to her, you know. So she came out and I was like, I know you said to leave it at the door. I need the PIN number. And she hands me like a credit card, and I was like, no, not that PIN number. I was like, oh. So she gave it to me, and then she was like, so she had the La Croix, the sparkling water, guava, and she was like, hey, do you want one of those to go like for the way back? And I was like, really? Why are you so nice, you know? And she was like, I have ice and I have a to-go cup, I can give it to you. I was like, okay, not gonna say no. I like La Croix actually. So here it is, and that's my drink. That's funny because I was gonna go back to the store anyway and then buy myself like a soda because it's hot today. It's like cloudy, but it's really hot today. So I was like, I need a soda. I have like my bottle of water, but I like the prebiotic soda. It's called Poppy, and I like those. So now she gave this to me. I like La Croix. I drink La Croix at night when I'm home. So I was like, okay. So the base pay, I think, is $20. So I'm expecting an $18 tip, which is freaking amazing. At the same time, her order was pretty big, I'm not gonna lie. It was 35 items. It's 5 p.m. right now, 5:03, and I'm gonna go back to the store. Oh, and also I wanted to address that I had a comment on one of my videos that says that I'm blowing the stop signs, and I just wanted to tell you that FYI, the footage that you see of the dash cam is accelerated 2, 3, 4 times sometimes, so it looks like I'm blowing the stop signs, but I'm not. So yeah, just wanted to make sure that it was, you know, understood. Okay, so I accepted a $16 order on Doordash going 4 miles. It was a high pay order according to Doordash. It's not a very good order in my opinion. It was so slow on Doordash, I was like, might as well just take it. And I don't want my acceptance rate to go down too much. So I took it. I'm kind of mad at myself because at the end of the shop, I received a $23 order going 4.5 miles on Uber that I had to decline because it was going the exact opposite way. And this customer was like 10 minutes away, 11 minutes away. So to come back, he would have taken like 20 minutes. So I had to decline it. And I'm kind of mad because it was a better order than this one. I mean, I would rather take a $23 order for 4.5 miles rather than a $16 order for 4 miles. But you know, it is what it is. It's done. I have delivered to him. It was a leave at my door, and everything was in stock, or he chose replacements for everything. So it's 5:49 p.m. right now, so I'm going back to the store. I'm like maybe 5 minutes away. I have accepted, shopped for, and delivered a $38 order on Uber Eats going 3 miles. I don't remember. The seaweed was out of stock. The veggie chips were out of stock. The pH water was out of stock. And then a bunch of stuff was out of stock, but I was able to replace because they had like the same stuff available. She was not answering the messages. She was not answering the phone calls either. And it was a PIN order number, and it was an older lady. So basically I replaced what I could replace, and I refunded what I could not replace. So the pH water I'm not gonna replace with anything else. I went there and I see my phone. She began to blow up my phone when I was on the way. The thing is, I can't do anything anymore. When I, you know, as soon as I leave the store, as soon as I check out anyway, I can't do anything anymore. And you will have, if you have any issue, you will have to do it in the app, you know. She called me like 5 or 6 times, but I was like, even if you tell me something, I can't do anything about it. I cannot add anything, and I cannot remove anything. You know what I mean? And also, I don't answer the phone when I'm driving. I don't like doing this. So I arrived there, and it was a PIN order number. So I knock on the door, and she had like the cutest puppy ever. And she was really nice. And I was like, I try to call you, and I try to message you, and she was like, I didn't receive anything on my phone. I was like, well, I tried. Like I said, the messages on Uber Eats never sent. So that's why I do like the call trick, but then it doesn't work every time. You know, she was older, so I was like, hey, do you need help? Because it was a bunch of shit. And she was like, would you mind? I was like, well, no, I would not offer if I did mind. You wanna, you know? I put everything in like a spare bedroom or something. It was a house. It was a pretty easy order, honestly, and she gave me $10 in cash. She was like, oh, I tipped you in the app, but this is more, $10 extra because gas is so expensive and I feel bad for you guys. I was like, dude, thank you so much. Because the base pay is $20. So in the app, she must have tipped, wait, is $18 the new $8? You guys, because earlier, you remember what I said for the order that I did? I don't remember how much it was, but I said that she must have tipped 18 bucks, right? And then she ended up tipping me $25. And the few days prior to that, I've had a bunch of customers tip me $18 who ended up being more. So I'm wondering if now Uber doesn't hide the tips over $8, but they hide the tips over 18. And since not that many people tip over 18, then we kind of see the full payout. Interesting. If $18 is the new $8, I really can't complain, because like I said, I will be happy with an $18 tip anyway. You know, everything that I get extra is a bonus. You know, I really can't complain. I can't say $18 tip. That's bullshit. So yeah, she gave me $10 cash tip. So eventually, if it stays 38, this is a $48 order, which is pretty damn good because it did not take me that long. And she literally told me, she opened the door, she was like, wow, that was so fast. Yes, it was. Like, I pride myself in being a very, very fast shopper. This was 40, 45, 48 items. Okay, so as soon as I came back, I got a $32 order on Doordash. Amazing. I already delivered to him before. I delivered to him on Christmas Eve, I remember, and then a few times after that. He wanted one fruit tray, 2 packages of charcoals. They only had one. Then he wanted 6 packages of Wagyu beef. When I arrived, I could hear them like in the garden. They're having a party, so that's probably why he was not answering. And he tipped $23, which is freaking amazing. It is 7:56 p.m. right now. When I was shopping for the $38 order on Uber Eats, while I was in the store, DoorDash sent me a $22 order going like half a mile. And I declined it. Why? Because it was 69 items. Dude, what the hell? 69 items. Since we can't see the items anymore, I'm not taking the chance. I'm sorry, DoorDash, but if you want us to take those high items orders, either you pay us way more than this, like for 69 items, I'm expecting you to pay me at least $50, or you show us the items so we can actually see what we're gonna buy. Nothing happened for a while, and I received a $15 order on DoorDash, going half a mile, and I don't like this building because it's on the boulevard, but I know that at that time of the night there is probably parking. There would be probably parking in front of the building. She tipped $4. Base pay is $11.25. It took me 4 minutes to shop for this, 21 minutes from start to finish. Because the problem with this order is, like I said, it's on the boulevard, so I have to go around. So I had, to take the longer route. So now it's 9:08 p.m. I decided I was going home. I came back to the store after that one, and I waited like maybe 20 minutes and nothing's happening. So thank you for joining along today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out.